I still don't know, is it my TV thoughts? Is it my TV episode thoughts? Is it my mini-movie thoughts? I don't... Whatever. Nosedive. Pretty apt title if you ask me. So this is the first episode of Black Mirror Season 3. It's the one after Netflix took the reins of the show, and this one stars Bryce Dallas Howard as the main girl for this event. Black Mirror for this episode has created an environment where basically everybody in life kind of revolves around this one kind of social media type of thing where you rate other people. Community did an episode kind of like that, but they were kind of more of a satire on it. This is more of like a straight up what would happen if your life revolved around what people gave you numerically. So basically, like, if you brought me a coffee and you were like super friendly, I'd give you like a 5 out of 5, like, awesome job. And then your score would go up based on that. If you did like a really poor job bringing somebody coffee, they'd give you a 1, your score kind of like decreases or increases from there. And basically it's kind of based around your entire social standing. So if you're super popular, maybe you have a higher score. If you're like kind of poorer, you have a lower score. If you've kind of gone to prison for this reason, you probably have a lower score as well. If you're super rich, you might have a certain score. And it's interesting to see kind of the dynamic of how this score works throughout the show, because Bryce Dallas Howard's character is like a 4.1 at the beginning of the show, and she realizes that to get like a better mortgage on her house or something, she needs to get up to at least a 4.5. And then she kind of goes through these schemes of like how she can get a better score and everything. And it's a very interesting story from there, and kind of seeing like what happens when you kind of want to be better than what you are, and if what you're trying to achieve is really better, or if it's just what society tells you is better. And I think that the themes in this episode are really well done. Bryce Dallas Howard is great at executing like kind of this ambitious person who really just wants this thing, even if it's maybe not what's best for her in the long run. And I liked seeing her like kind of evolve throughout this whole thing. I liked seeing her character being kind of bossy, her character being kind of, you know, very attitude driven, her character being kind of arrogant at times, but also being somebody that you're like, no, I understand your conflict. If I was in this world, I also wouldn't want to be a nobody, so I appreciate this. The world that the creators really made in this episode was really nice as well. I thought that you really felt like this was kind of like a weirder type of world where the entire environment really rotates around this whole event of this app, and I thought that was great. The world building was an awesome job well done. The thing for me though that keeps this from being a great episode and makes it only a good episode is kind of what I mentioned at the beginning. The themes of this episode were really, really well done. I just felt like they were super on the nose at times. Like, there was one conversation between Bryce Dallas Howard and another character, and you're like, alright, this is straight up what the episode's about. San Junipero, which I watched about a week and a half ago or something like that, the themes were so underlying that I felt like you could really connect the dots and really think about it for a few days after you watch it. And this, I'm like, no, I know what they're trying to tell me, I understand what it is, like, I get it. So I do think that this episode of Black Mirror is a really good one. I don't think it's a great one, but I do think it's one that you guys will enjoy if you have seen other Black Mirror episodes. I like seeing the Netflix kind of tone in there, because Netflix really made the show being something straightforward with kind of wackier themes to making it be a wacky show with more straightforward themes, and I really like seeing its style in there. So guys, I'm going to give Nosedive a B. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode. I'd love to hear your thoughts and what other Black Mirror episodes I should watch. I already got some great suggestions from you guys that I'll be reviewing in the coming weeks as well. You guys can go over to mymoviethoughts.com, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter at JohnMHayeck to stay up to date with everything I am doing. Links to all three of those being in the description down below. You guys can also like this video, comment on it, share it with some friends. I'm John Hayeck, and so thank you guys so much for watching.